So what if you don't have to start all over again? What if the life you've been trying to rebuild is not the life that God has been inviting you to walk into? And what if the person that you thought you had lost has been quietly protecting you in the background, waiting for you to make that important decision to finally come home to yourself? Hi, I'm Richard, and welcome back to the Walk-In Transformation Podcast to all of you that have been with me for the past 3 seasons, and welcome for those first-time listeners. This is where faith meets real life. Not the social media version, but the real life that you live each and every day. So over the past few episodes, we've been talking about a few really important things. We've been walking through some important things with you. We've talked about how your life may have been quietly training you. We also talked about the story that you were handed before you knew how to refuse it, before you even knew that you could refuse it. Now, we talked about also the door that you've been afraid to walk through, and the fact that that door is the doorway to everything that you've been actually asking for. And today, we're bringing all of that to a very personal place, because once you name the story and once you recognize the door, something powerful begins to happen. You start to realize that transformation may not mean starting your whole life all over again. It may just mean coming home to who you really are. By the end of this episode, you will begin to understand that coming home is not about becoming a stranger to yourself. It's about restoring the relationship with the person God placed inside of you before life, pain, pressure, survival, and other people's expectations taught you to leave who you really are behind. Listen, if you've been trying to become a new person, this new version of yourself, but deep down you feel like there's an older, truer, quieter part of you still waiting to be seen, well, you're in the right place. You're not too late, you're not too far gone, and you do not have to start all over. You just need to come home. And that's what this episode is all about. So when I say come home, I'm not just talking about a feeling here. I'm not talking about feeling better. I'm not just talking about getting motivated, because I'm not just talking about making a few changes, cleaning up your schedule, or becoming more productive. Coming home is much, much deeper than that. Coming home means restoring the relationship with the younger version of you that you had to step away from in order to be accepted, acknowledged, liked, needed, validated, or even safe. Now, coming home means going back for the younger version of yourself that you had to leave behind. You know, the one who still believed, the one who still dreamed, who still trusted, that one. The one who had not learned to shrink, perform, hide, overgive, overprove, or apologize for needing love. You did not leave that part of yourself behind because you were cruel. You left because you were trying to survive. You were just trying to make it. You left because being accepted started to feel safer than being authentic. You left because being needed started to feel safer than being known. And you left because becoming who they wanted felt safer than protecting who you were. But deep down, you promised that you would come back for that person, for the younger version of yourself. And here's the part that may sit with you for a minute. You thought that you left that younger version of yourself behind, but you didn't. You couldn't. You can't. They were still there, not in front of you, not trying to stop you, but just a few steps behind you, quietly protecting you, giving you the room that you needed to become who you thought you had to become. And every now and then, when life got quiet enough, you could almost feel them there. The tears, the trembling lips, the little hands still reaching for yours, but they never tried to stop you. Because all they wanted was for you to survive. Now, I know that you feel what I'm talking about. And maybe this is the moment that you stop breaking that promise. Maybe this is the moment that you do turn around. Maybe this is the moment that you stop saying one day And maybe this is the moment that you start to say, I see you. I'm so sorry that I left you waiting, but I'm here now. And this time, I'm going to grab your hand and I won't let go of your hand because you are finally keeping a promise. So I want you to ask yourself something. Here's the first micro exercise. And I give a lot of micro exercises in my podcast episodes because it's important that you start experiencing changes and shifts and transformations, micro transformations. Ask yourself, what part of me have I left waiting? And then complete this sentence. But think about it for a second. Don't just, jump into it. Think about that question when you ask yourself. And then complete this sentence. The younger part of me I need to come home to is the one who blank. And here's some possible answers for you. Still dreams, still needs to be protected. The one I need to come home to still wants to speak, still believes that life can be beautiful, still needs to say, you matter too. The younger part of you that you need to come back to is the one that still is tired of being overlooked. The one that still wants to be loved without having to perform for it, who needs permission to rest. The one that wants to create, wants to be seen, wants to be safe. The one that still believes that God has more for them. Those are some serious options. I want you to really look over those options and figure out which one resonates with you most, and then just kind of meditate on that. So then I want you to ask, what does that part of me need to hear from me today? Don't rush this. This is not just an exercise. This may be the beginning of the most important reunion that you will ever experience, second to God. Once you begin to recognize the part of you that has been waiting, the next question becomes this. How have you been treating yourself while trying to take care of everybody else? Because we unfortunately and unconsciously put so many other people in front of us. And here's the thing. You cannot come home to yourself while continuing to treat yourself like a stranger. Some of you have become experts at showing up for everybody else. You know how to notice when someone else is hurting. You know how to listen. You know how to encourage. You know how to help people before they even ask for help. You know how to pray for people. You know how to carry people. You know how to make room for everybody else's emotions, needs, dreams, emergencies, wounds, and expectations. But somewhere along the way, my friend, you stopped making room for you. You learned how to walk past yourself. Yes, walk right past yourself. The one that's reaching out for your hand, and continue on the way to rescue somebody else. Disregarding the fact that you needed to be and still need to be your own rescue. No one is ever coming to your rescue. You have to be your own rescue. Now, you also learned how to silence your own needs so that you can respond to everyone else's needs. That gave you a feeling of importance because people started paying attention to you. People started accepting you. People started looking at you as something that they needed. And you did not realize that these were people who unintentionally started feeding on you, not feeding you. Big difference. You learned how to call self-abandonment love. You also learned how to dismiss your own exhaustion because somebody else needed you to be strong. Coming home requires honesty. And here is the honest question. When was the last time that you treated yourself like someone worth listening to? Stop right there. Stop. I'm going to ask you that again. When was the last time you treated yourself like someone worth listening to? When was the last time you asked yourself what you needed and actually waited for the answer? When was the last time you stopped long enough to say to yourself, hey, look here, I matter too. My voice matters too. My rest matters too. My healing, my dreams, they matter too. My relationship with God matters beyond what I do for everyone else. When's the last time that you were able to say to yourself, coming home is something that I think I really want to do? Coming home begins when you stop walking past yourself on the way to rescue everybody else. And that does not mean you stop loving people. It means you finally stop leaving yourself out of the love you keep giving away. Now, my friend, you can love your family and still be a person. You can provide, protect, and lead without disappearing behind performance. You can be responsible without being erased. You can be generous without being empty. You can serve without surrendering your identity. You can be present for others without being absent from yourself. And you know so much what being absent from yourself feels like because you've been that a lot of times for many years, some of you for decades. But it's okay, because home is not a place that you just return to. Home is the relationship you rebuild with the person that God has been trying to restore. Now, I didn't tell you that we were going to get this deep, but we're there. We're there. Because I know that you're tired of getting the same diet of surface information that you've been getting. Now, it's not that it isn't good information. It's great information. But you need deeper. You need the wound beneath the wound. Here's the second micro exercise that I'm going to give you. So I want you to ask yourself, where have I been treating myself like someone I no longer know? And stop for a second and think about that. Now, if you need to really, these micro exercises, just follow through, listen through the entire episode, and come back to them later when you can sit down and really deal with them. After you ask yourself this question, I want you to complete this sentence. One place I have been walking past myself is, and here's some possible answers for you. And I've thought about these a lot because I apply this to myself. My rest, my health, my prayer life, my honesty, my boundaries. I let everybody in. My joy, my grief, my creativity, my dreams, my need for help, my desire to be seen, my voice, my peace, my relationship with God, and my emotional life. I want you to ask yourself after that, what would it look like to stop and turn toward myself in that area this week? Not fix everything, not become perfect, just stop walking past myself. What would that look like? Now, this is where we have to be really, really clear here, okay? Coming home is powerful. Coming home is emotional. Coming home can feel like a door opening inside your own chest, revealing a chamber of your heart that was hidden from you. But coming home is not just a moment. Don't get it confused. It is a practice, because you are not because if you're not careful, you can cry during an episode like this, feel something shift, and then go right back to abandoning yourself the moment someone else needs you. I say that with love, but I also say it as your mirror. And it's not that you don't want to help people. It's just that this is what you've been doing for so long that it's a natural reaction for you. Now, you cannot keep saying you want to come home to yourself while continuing to abandon yourself in every situation or decision that matters. Coming home has to become visible in your choices. It has to show up in your boundaries. It has to show up in your rest. Coming home has to show up in your honesty, your way of praying. It has to show up in the way that you stop performing and start being you. It's just got to show up in the way that you stop apologizing for needing what every other human being needs, because you're human too, and you have needs. Love, rest, truth, grace, support, space, healing, permission to be whole. Coming home, it means you start asking, does this choice honor the person that I'm returning to, the real me? Does this yes require me to abandon myself again? Does this silence protect peace, or does it protect fear? Does this version of strength still serve me, or is it keeping me disconnected from the real me? Now, does this discipline help me come home, or does it send me back into exile from myself? Because that is the truth. Every day, in small ways, you are either practicing exile or practicing homecoming. Come back to this episode, but I'll say it to you one more time. Every day, in small ways, you and I are either practicing exile from ourselves, who we really are, or practicing homecoming. And no, that doesn't mean that you'll get it right every time. You will forget. You will fall back into old patterns. You will overgive. You will perform. You will say yes too quickly. You will silence yourself sometimes when you really need to speak up. Yeah. You're going to reach for the old character because that character knows how to survive. And you have become dependent on that character. Let me put it another way. The character that we created to represent ourselves in the world, when we go out there, and we have a lot of characters that we create, one for job, one for friends, one for hanging out, one for just being around people that we don't really know. This character has become the default, but you can change the default. Now you know. And once you know, your awareness becomes the tool that helps you notice when you are returning to that old behavior. Awareness becomes one of the ways you begin practicing homecoming. You can catch yourself faster. You can pause. You can breathe. You can say, wait. I don't live there anymore. I don't have to become that version of myself again just to feel safe. Man, let me turn around, because I'm coming home again. Home is not just where you return to once. It's where you get used to living again. So that means you're going to have to come back to it again and again. Home is where you learn to live differently, okay? Home is where you learn to live differently. Now here's micro exercise number 3 for you, okay? I want you to ask yourself this question, and this is a really important question. It's finally about you. What is one way that I can practice coming home this week? Think about it for a moment, and once again, come back to this episode. And you're going to really need some time to think about this. Complete this sentence then. One way I will practice coming home this week is, and here's some possible answers for you, just taking 10 minutes of quiet time for me. Just praying honestly instead of putting on a show. Just writing one journal entry for me. Setting one boundary just for me. Saying no to everyone else just once so I can say yes to me. Asking for help so that I don't always have to be the help. Just resting without apology. Just stopping for a minute and just resting and just exhaling and taking a deep breath to smell the flowers or the trees if you're outside, or just notice what's in front of you wherever you are. Taking a walk. Speaking the truth sooner. Doing one thing that I used to love. Sitting with the younger version of me for a few minutes, because that younger version of you misses you so much. And you deserve to give yourself some time. Choosing peace without disappearing. letting yourself receive love without having to earn it. Then ask yourself, what would change if I stopped treating coming home like a feeling? What if I stopped treating it like a feeling and started treating it like my own path of growth, my own path of healing, my own daily practice? I want you to think about Luke chapter 15, verse 20. Now, it gives us this picture of the son coming home and the father seeing him while he was still far off. Now, that matters because that's the story of the prodigal son. His son wanted his, and there may be some of you that don't know the story, but a lot of you do. So the son wanted his inheritance, and he didn't want to wait until his father died. And he, bugged his father and bugged his father and bugged his father. Finally, his father said, you know what? Here you go, take it. Well, he went out and he spent all of his money on all of these vices and all of these, desires that he wanted, and got broke and ended up being treated worse than the animals. Now, his father saw him coming back while he was far off. Now, that matters because the father did not wait. And I want you to hear this part. The father did not wait with disgust. He did not wait with rejection. He did not wait with a lecture first. But when he saw him, when he saw his son, he ran towards him. I mean, full speed. He ran towards him like it was running to life. He had compassion. That is important because some of you are afraid to come home because you think you will be shamed. No. This boy's father embraced him so tight that the son couldn't even speak the words, I'm sorry, because he could barely breathe. The father held on to him so tight. Then he put his coat around him, the coat of glory, the coat of honor for his house. And he told everybody, look, my son has returned. Let's have a big party, right? I want you to know this. God is not standing at the door waiting for you to return with disgust. He's calling you back to the place where your identity was never lost in his eyes. This may surprise you, but he really does want to celebrate you coming back home, just like the father celebrated the prodigal son. He wants to celebrate you returning to who he created you to be in all your magnificence. He wants to place the best robe around your shoulders and remind you how much you are loved. And then there's Psalms chapter 139, verse 14, which reminds us that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. Today, we're not trying to become strangers to ourselves by totally reinventing ourselves or starting all over again and all of that stuff, repurposing our lives. We are learning simply how to return to who we really, really are. Because you do not have to erase your past to reclaim your life. You do not have to hate the version of you that survived, because that version survived. As I said in the last episode, that version needs to be loved. You do not have to start from nothing. You can't start from nothing. You do not have to become someone brand new in order to feel worthy of peace, joy, healing, and purpose. You are not starting over. You are coming home. And maybe today is the day you finally turn around, take that younger version of yourself by the hand and say, I see you. I love you. I'm sorry it took me so long, but I'm here now. And this time we can walk together. We can talk together. We can do whatever it is that you want to do. Don't let another year go by living away from home inside your own life, thinking that life has taken importance or precedence over everything. Don't let another year go by walking past yourself, silencing yourself, abandoning yourself, and calling it responsibility. Don't let another year go by with the younger version of you still waiting for you to turn around and take his or her hand. You don't have to fix everything today. You don't have to heal everything today. You don't have to understand every part of your story today, but you do need to take one honest step toward home, because God is not asking you to stay in exile. He is inviting you to return. And maybe the next chapter of your life does not begin with becoming someone new. Maybe it begins with finally keeping your promise that you made to the person that you left waiting. This is the beginning of a different relationship with yourself, with God, with your identity, and with the life you are still being invited to live. It's an amazing life. So take the next step. Practice coming home, one honest choice at a time, one brave moment at a time, one prayer at a time, one boundary at a time, and one return at a time. If this episode resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, please share it with someone that you may know that needs to start thinking about coming home to who they really are. And if you're listening on YouTube, make sure that you subscribe to the channel for more content like this and put down in the comments what really resonated with you. Never forget that you have always mattered. You have always been good enough. You are and have always been worthy, and it's never too late to transform your life on purpose.